In order to verify the truth of what we think, we need the assistance of our feelings and our body. That which we think must also be felt and sensed simultaneously. We support this process by giving the mind one simple job to do, asking it to receptively register our own body's weight and breathing. At first, we find this challenging. Our mind has long been accustomed to being our boss. It repeatedly wants to return to its world of imagination and useless wandering, and shuffle and reshuffle the information it has received from the outside, falsely labeling it as knowledge, and sometimes even as understanding. The misuse of the meaning of knowledge and understanding keeps us more at the periphery of the mind, and invites our mechanicality to further dominate us.
Partial knowledge is complex. Total knowledge is simple. The person who has real understanding is very simple. The person with partial understanding is complicated.
So whenever we recognize that we are again lost in our thoughts, we simply ask our mind to return to its new job and remain with it until we experience the presence of a new energy, which we call being presence. Then, once again, our three aspects are actively participating in life. Slowly, we become familiar with the distinctive taste that's present when our mind is registering the body at the presence of the feelings. These are not the feelings we are familiar with, which work only via attraction and repulsion. These true feelings are simply present. This is our direction. The mind does not think about the body's weight and breath. It registers the body's weight and breathing. This registration is the receptive quality of mind that we are after. It takes place in the absence of thought. When the mind is receptive, we experience that which it registers. When mind, feelings, and body all experience the fact of there is a body, our experience becomes more definite knowledge, and we have less identification. Then, when we have essential questions about the purpose and meaning of our lives, we have a base. Instead of entertaining these questions abstractly, we may seek knowledge that we can verify through our actual experience, through taste, rather than settling for theories to believe in. Once our mind settles into a correct relationship with the feelings and the body, it could, with their support, think intentionally, ponder, and reason soundly. That's why our aim is to bring the mind, feelings, and body to work together.
Energy is flowing through the entire universe all the time. In the first second you place your hand on the recipient's body, that energy is there, provided you don't block it with your thoughts and ideas. Then your touch has all the 9 principles in it, with no expectation and no preconception.
How can I connect? My mind is in 1,000 different places. I can't connect, because the traffic in my mind doesn't let me. So, I ask my mind to register inhalation and exhalation. If I do that, and keep with it, something happens. The traffic decreases. The more I stay with my breath and my body, the less traffic there is. In some moment there is no traffic. I am present. I am connected. Single moment, single activity means entering into diversity without losing your connection to unity. Single moment and single activity can't be separated. They are simultaneous, not sequential. The Absolute and its emanation are simultaneous. We manifest in time and space, but the reality of our existence is beyond time and space, in unity, in eternity. Nothing is separated. If you are a reflection of reality, that reflection is part of reality, not something separate that needs to be erased. Once you see that, you understand that everything belongs, all your good and bad attributes and experiences, because life is that which is happening. How can you have a single moment? You have to be free of the past and free of the future. Otherwise, your past associations and expectations of the future enter, and instead of a moment, you are lost in a conceptual relationship to time. When you are present, there is a single moment. Your receptivity to the moment becomes a single activity. In the absence of thoughts and feelings, you enter into the present, and there is one moment and one activity.
Existence has 4 levels: matter, energy, consciousness, and awareness. Matter, energy, and consciousness have no independent existence. They are simply awareness manifested.
We relate to the body through thoughts and sensations. That's why we can never understand it. We're always confused by it. We're always worried about it. But there is a reality that is higher than what our mind and senses tell us. In this dimension, consciousness is the authority, not our mind. And consciousness tells us that the body is made of light. It is vibration. If we look at the body as light and vibration, we are closer to the reality of it, because the real body is permanent. It is eternal. We no longer need to worry about the body. Instead, we can appreciate it. Then we don't look at our hand as an object attached to the body, which we also relate to as just another object. We see it as something that's connected to the entire cosmos. Light is connected to all light. We can see the body as a truly beautiful phenomenon because we relate to it in a real way. Practicing Breema, there's no description of what your hand is touching. Your hand is there, and whatever takes place there. You are there with your hand, so that there and here are one. No part of you needs to hold itself separate to describe from the sidelines the sensations of warmth or cold, softness or hardness. They are whatever they are. In full participation, there is no need for description. You could talk about the recipient's body till doomsday, but it is what it is. Description neither adds nor subtracts. It only confuses us and shifts the emphasis away from knowing ourselves. At the same time, our minds have been thinking and describing for nearly our entire lives. Should we try to stop it while we're practicing Breema? Why not let it do what it always does? You don't have to involve yourself with it. Whatever sensation your hand feels, and whatever description your mind gives to it, there is no problem. You don't have to be with that. Thoughts come and go. You don't need to be inside those thoughts. Prior to thinking is being. You exist prior to thought. Because a thought comes, it doesn't mean you have to lose your connection to your being, to existence, and get involved in the thought. Then you're no longer here. Let thoughts come. Let thoughts go. Let feelings come. Let feelings go. Let sensations come. Let sensations go. They are just temporary manifestations of our real nature.